Hi everyone, today we'll have revision. Our objective is to solve exercises on transformations, translation, reflection, and rotation in the coordinate plane. What is a transformation? A transformation is a change in position, shape, or size of a figure. What is an image? It is the figure you get after transformation of the original figure. And what is translation? It is a transformation that moves each point of a figure the same distance and in the same direction. What is reflection? A transformation that flips a figure over a line. What is line of symmetry? A line that divides a figure into mirror images. What is rotation? A transformation that turns a figure about a fixed point. And what is center of rotation? The fixed point about which a figure is rotated. What is angle of rotation? The number of degrees a figure rotates. And now let's summarize what we know about transformations in the coordinate plane. We have three types till now. The first one is translation, second is reflection, and of course rotation. So in translation, if we have translation 5 units right and 3 units up, so we are going to add, because it's right, we are going to add to x 5 and add to y 3. So if we move it 5 units right, add to x. If it's left, subtract from x. And here we have 3 units up, so add to y. If it's down, subtract from y. For example, if we have 4 and 2, just add 5 to x coordinate, it will be 9, and add 3 to y coordinate, it will be 5. So the image point will be 9 and 5. In reflection, we have two types. The first one, reflection over x-axis. What that do? Yes, for any point x and y, just opposite the y coordinate. So just opposite y. Okay, so for any point 4 and 2, just opposite y coordinate. So it will be 4 and -2. And if we have reflection over y-axis, for any point x and y, just opposite x. Over y-axis, reflection over y-axis, opposite x. So for any point 4 and 2, just opposite 4, it will be -4 and 2. So here we have over x-axis, just opposite y, over y-axis, opposite x. And rotation, we have rotation about the origin with angle of measure 90 degrees. In this case, for any point x and y, change places, and after that, after changing places, opposite the first in the image. So for example, if we have 4 and 2, change places, it will be 2 and 4. After that, opposite the first in the image. So it will be -2 and 4. About the rotation about the origin with angle of measure 180 degrees for any point x and y, don't change places, just opposite the two signs. So keep places and opposite the two signs. For any point 4 and 2, just opposite the two signs. it will be -4 and -2. And rotation about the origin with angle of measure to 170 degrees. Yes, change places and opposite the second in the image. So if we have 4 and 2, change places, it will be 2 and 4. After that, 4, yes, is the second. So opposite the sign of 4, it will be -4. Okay? We have also here other rotations. Yes, 270 is equivalent to -90. And 180 is equivalent to -180. And 90 is equivalent to -270. And we know that rotation 360 degrees, yes, this is not going to do anything for the original point. It will stay as it is. The image is the same as the original point. 360 degrees is not going to change anything. Now in this question, graph each point and its image after the given translation. Name the coordinates of the translated point. I'm not going to graph. I will just give you the coordinates of the image. In the first one, A1 and 3, move it to the right 4 units. So add to the 1, 4. It will be 5 and 3. So A prime is 5 and 3. Here, D, -2 and 4, down 3 units. Down, so subtract from Y. Excellent. So up and down, that's for Y. Right and left for X. So subtract from 4, it will be 4 minus 3 is 1. So D prime is -2 and 1. E5 and -1, up 3 units and left 2 units. Up, so that's for Y. So add to Y3, -1 plus 3. This will be, yes, 2. That's for Y. And X, left, so subtract. Subtract from 5, 2. So it will be, yes, 5 minus 2 is 3. So we added 3 to the Y coordinate. -1 plus 3 is 2. And subtracted 2 from X coordinate. 5 minus 2 is 3. On the grid at the right, graph the image of triangle ABC after translation to the right 2 units and down 4 units. I'm not going to draw, so I'm going only to give you the answer, the coordinates of the image, A prime, B prime, and C prime. Yes, at first, A is -1 and 1. B, -1 and 4. C is 1 and 1. So A prime, what are we going to do? We're going to translate to right 2 units. So add 2 to the X coordinate and down, so subtract 4 from the Y coordinate. So add 2 to X and subtract 4 from Y for all of these points A, B, and C. So for A, -1 and 1 will be, add 2, it will be, yes, it will be 1. -1 plus 2 is 1. And 1 minus 4 is -3. So A prime is 1 and -3. P prime, yes, P was -1 and 4. So add 2 to -1, it will be 1. And subtract 4 from 4, it will be 0. So B prime is 1 and 0. And C is 1 and 1. Yes, C prime will be, add 2, it will be 3. Subtract 4, it will be -3. In the next question, graph the given point and its image after a reflection over each line. Name the coordinates of the reflected point. I'm going only to give you the reflected point. So P prime, yes, with reflection over x-axis, just opposite y. So 2 and negative 5. P prime is 2 and negative 5. Q reflected over y-axis, so just opposite x. Reflect over y-axis, just opposite x. So it will be, yes, 3 and negative 1. For this one, it's not reflection over x-axis and not reflection also over y-axis. That's reflection over a line, a given line. So you should graph this. You should draw. So let's draw. We have here the point 0 and 0 and the point 4 and 4. So this is the straight line. This is the mirror. Okay? We have the point R, 0 and 2. The image of the point R with respect to this mirror is the point R prime here, 2 and 0. Now in this question, copy triangle ABC, draw the image of triangle ABC after a clockwise rotation of the given number of degrees about the origin, and give the coordinates of the vertices of the image. Okay, you should do that 3 times. The first time, 90 degrees. I'm not going to draw, I'm just going to give you the coordinates of the image. So let's start first with the original. What are the coordinates of A? Yes, A is 1 and 0. B, 3 and negative 1. C, 2 and 1. Now, rotation about the origin 90 degrees. Can you remember what we do? Yes, for 90 degrees, rotation about the origin with angle 90 degrees. For any point x and y, change places and opposite first in the image. Let's do that. 1 and 0, change places. It will be 0 and 1, and after that 0. Yes, the negative of 0 is also 0. And P prime, change places. It will be negative 1 and 3, and after that, opposite the first, it will be 1. For C, do the same. C prime will be, yes, change places, and after that, opposite the first in the image. Now it's your turn to try by yourself. I'm waiting for you. Welcome back. In number 2, the same points A, B, and C. And what we're going to do? Yes, don't change places, just opposite the 2 signs. So A is 1 and 0, it will be negative 1 and 0. P prime will be negative 3 and 1, and C prime will be negative 2 and negative 1. Rotation 270 degrees. So we are going to change places and opposite the second in the image. Change places 0 and 1, and after that we have 1 in the y coordinate. Opposite it, it will be 0 and negative 1. P prime will be opposite the second, and after changing places, opposite the second in the image. So it will be negative 1 and 3, and opposite 3 it will be negative 1 and negative 3. Excellent. C prime, change places 1 and 2. After that, we have 2 for y coordinate. Opposite 2, it will be negative 2. So C prime is 1 and negative 2. In question number 4, the 2 figures in the diagram are congruent. Describe the sequence of transformations that maps the original figure onto the final image. Start with the original figure and reflect across x-axis. If we reflect it across x-axis, we will get this figure. Yes, now if we reflect this image across y-axis, we will get this figure. Oh, that's not the image. So that's wrong. And yes, this is not reflection across y-axis. This is translation. Let's count. So here we have the point A. The image of A is this point. Let's count from this point to A dash. Let's count. Each one of these units is 2 because we have here, yes, -2, -4. So this is -2 and also this is 2. So from here to here this is 2. And now it's 4. Continue. 6. So that's 8 units. To move this point to A dash, we will translate 8 units to the left. So translate 8 units left. Thank you guys. That's all for today. Goodbye.